Okay. Good morning, everybody. We are, it seems as if we're live here on social media. Um, we are going to talk about some snow moving in tonight. We're going to talk about more snow moving in here over the weekend briefly, and some dangerously cold temperatures as well. So it's going to snow. We've got winter weather advisories hoisted across the region. Um, Good swath of snow coming in along and kind of south of 74 to over towards Interstate 70 and down through portions of Cincinnati and whatnot tonight. So share with a friend, tag a friend, let folks know you're watching, and we'll get into the analysis here in just a moment as we start seeing some shares. All right, so thanks for coming on here this morning. A lot of you, we had said, hey. The lives in general we're going to be numbered, except for when snow is day of. With the clients over on Clarity, we've been talking about for several days, really since Monday, the potential of this. They've been getting a couple of lives a day. So I thought I'll come over here to the Facebook, Twitter, or X YouTube world and do a stream on the approach here of snow tonight as it looks to move in. So Good morning. We appreciate you for sure. So get some folks joining in. We're going to go here. I'm going to turn on my screen, get some stuff in motion for you all, and we will get underway. Good morning, Kathy, Ashley, Alyssa, Patty, Tommy. Good morning. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, good morning. Awesome. So I'll share my screen over here. This is Clarity. All right, this is the Clarity platform. This is where all of our lives have been kind of migrated towards or been going on. And you're looking at radar here this morning. High resolution, full CONUS precip type radar updates every 2 minutes, the latest scans. You see the ongoing bursts of snow across Indiana, northeastern Indiana, Michigan, into portions of Ohio. You can see that the lake effect snow and the cold air blowing over the warm lakes is causing snow all over the place. Yeah, weather models really struggling with this in a sense of just to even pick up that they're there. All right, the models are just not doing super well with that at the current point in time. Now, system that's moving in tonight, it's on radar. There it is. You see it. It's moving in. It'll be here. It'll be here this evening, and it'll start putting snow down for a large section of the country. In fact, here, turn on our alerts. You see we have winter weather advisories that kind of stretch through portions of Iowa into central Illinois, central Indiana. And those advisories generally are talking about the potential for 2 to 4 inches of snow, locally higher amounts. The good thing is, we're not looking at a ton of wind with this. This is a good classic winter weather advisory snow. The system that comes in Saturday may be more along the lines of potential low-end winter storm criteria. Okay, 5 inches of snow or more inside of 24-hour period warrants winter storm verbiage. That's not off the table for Saturday. All right, we'll talk more about that here in just a little bit. But Ivan, I see your question there. No, that's not normal. That makes no sense. None of that should be happening. So you need to reach out to sales@bamwx.com. We'll help you out. That's not normal. So good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining in here. Again, share this with a friend, tag a friend, let folks know you're watching, and we'll continue on with the analysis. Now, here's what I want to tell you about, though. This is the interesting part about this is, this is a look at current radar at 10:04 this morning. And you go over here to the current radar this morning, or the modeled radar, and no matter what model we're looking at, they're struggling with the picking up of a lot of this. And I don't know if you remember last system that we had. Holy moly, we zoomed it all the way out. I don't remember if you remember the last snow that came through. Models really struggled on getting picking up on the expansiveness of the snow and the timing. The last system, no matter what model you looked at or what forecast you had, they did a really bad job. And so that's not off the table here. We were going to pick our best model from our best analysis, but these models they've not been great lately, and that makes things a little difficult. So yeah, so let's take a look here. This is a forecast radar, simulated radar guidance that we're going to favor here with this system. I'm going to turn on the time box here, top right-hand corner. I'm going to have to turn off the BAM logo or put it over there. There we go. But let's time this out. I'm going to take you through here as this starts to really get its act together, starts to get going. This is here by 5 p.m. tonight, okay? You see snow starting to spread into portions of central Iowa, central Illinois. And once we start to get into that Indiana-Illinois border, starting in southwest Indiana, maybe even, by the way, as a rain event. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn on this other panel. I will get to your comments, by the way. I'll get to them at the end of the stream. I'll interact with you all for sure. But right now I'm going to go through the analysis, so try to wait until the end. But again, you can see here where the model, the initial onset of snow, 6 o'clock tonight, is trying to indicate there could be rain mixed in. That's just because surface temperatures are above freezing at 6 o'clock tonight in southwest Indiana, all right? You see that thinny, that's a new word. You see the thinny, the skinny, the skinny line of snow showing up there in Illinois. All of those temperatures are below freezing. So they certainly are going to be falling, that precip will be falling in the form of snow. It looks to start to get into central Indiana, more along the lines of north central Illinois, kind of the leading edge. It's an odd leading edge, if you will. But this is about 10 o'clock tonight, all right, 10 p.m. And some models are a little earlier on the arrival by an hour or two. Some are closer to 10. Again, it's this is a general analysis here. If you want specifics on the arrival, you'll go to clarity and go to the hour by hour forecast. And I'll show you that here in a minute, what that looks like as well. But here's 10, 11, and by midnight tonight, it's coming down at a pretty good clip. And you can see on the radar, and it's obviously on the right image as well, you can see the clear delineation between above and below freezing. Well, we highlight that for you nicely here with the differences of green and blue. That any blue color is a below freezing value, any green color is an above freezing value, right? So you can clearly see the differences there. But again, this is tonight at midnight, okay? Going forward, here's 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Here's your area of low pressure right here. That's the low. That's where the circulation is happening, the storm's primary source of forcing and energy. So what's happening on the south end of this is you're getting what we call some warm air advection, some southerly wind. And you can see that because your low is positioned here. So your warm nose is working up into central Illinois, Springfield. It's working up into Bloomington. It's getting into Lexington and Louisville as well. So you can see the warm risks, if you will. Nonetheless, still setting up or allowing for snow to fall and accumulate. I'm not saying it won't accumulate because you're hovering around freezing or slightly below in this zone here. And so excellent L drawing, 9 out of 10. How about that? I've been drawing L's for a while, all right? Whether I'm taking L's or drawing L's, that's a different story. But nonetheless, you can see a good swath of snow coming down here tonight, 3 a.m. while we're sleeping. Waking up tomorrow morning, 4, 5, 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, we'll pause there. Again, you look at, here's your area of low pressure, and I'll kind of draw that in red. We'll see if I can get a 10 out of a 10 since I changed it to a red. How about that? Ooh, look at that. That's a nice L. That's going to be tough to beat. But anyways, your circulation coming in again on the southwest side of this area of low pressure there near Paducah, Carbondale, Illinois. But that's going to allow for, again, that warm nose to work on up in through Bloomington, Louisville, Lexington area. But if you're north of the red line at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, you're still certainly all snow and pavements covered, and it's snowing at a good clip. If you look here real close, guys, and I kind of draw that line as much as I can to match the right side. But you can see right through here, kind of like this. Some of this southern stuff could be mixing or having a hard time. It's going to be a slushier, heavier, wetter snow, if you will, in the southwestern portion of the state. And so you can kind of see the warm issue there to the south, but how you're remaining a nice snow here for the most part. Again, 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. So I certainly anticipate cancellations, delays, a nasty travel morning tomorrow morning here across much of central and southern Indiana, central and southwest Ohio, northeastern Kentucky. All right, here's 6, 7, 8. We're going to go out to 9 a.m. You still see a good snow coming down. Again, note here in Kentucky, kind of in and around, we're going to go right through here. You're going to see snow falling, but you're going to have temperatures right above freezing by a degree. It's going to be riding the line here on the snow's ability to accumulate northeastern Kentucky, but it's certainly going to impact travel. And again, I'll show you that here on Clarity in just a moment. But that's as this wave works out. 9 a.m. tomorrow. It's still coming down good in Cincy, Dayton, south into Columbus, Chillicothe, Ohio, there in Charleston, Beckley, there, West Virginia. Still coming down pretty good. Here's 10, 11. By noon, it's out of Indiana. And by 2 o'clock, it's getting out of Kentucky and Ohio as well. And watch the temperatures warm up. You see this? The temperatures warm up tomorrow for about 4 to 5 hours. Temperatures get above freezing. Okay. And where the snow fell, some of this will start to melt and get wet. Well, watch the temperatures right as the sun goes down. See how they quickly fall right back below freezing? We are probably going to have a refreeze advisory out to our Clarity clients tonight to make sure you've got product down, because the snow will melt a little bit tomorrow and then it will freeze back up and become a nasty problem Saturday morning for black ice situations and sidewalks and slick surfaces. So don't screw around with that. You'll lose a little bit to melting, but you'll turn around and freeze it right back up tomorrow night as temperatures drop into the mid and upper 20s Friday night into Saturday morning. So a good thing to keep in mind there. Okay. Now with this particular wave of snow, let's talk about the accumulations from the morning runs. Again, this is the morning high resolution NAM model. This is the accumulation from that. All right. And we'll zoom that in a little bit. You can see it's a pretty skinny band of accumulation. All right. And you can see where the cutoffs are pretty sharp where the heaviest falls. Nonetheless, I'm not shocked. This clipper-like system, this low is going to, it'll be a good swath of snow for 4 to 5 county length, or width. But that's the idea right now for snowfall accumulations with round 1. Now, a couple things I'll show you here with this because there's another round that's going to work through, and I'm gonna show you that. But real quick, I want to make sure you guys all show some love to Custom Disaster Recovery and Restoration here out of Indy. These guys sponsor the live streams, fire damage, water damage, mold remediation, reconstruction and repair, custom restoration out of Indianapolis. Let them know you saw them over here on the BAM weather stream. We appreciate those guys. And I'm going to tell you right now, Sunday morning, you could be dealing with busted pipes, frozen pipes, no doubt about it. With how cold it's going to get, dangerously cold, we need to make sure we keep these guys in mind if your pipes bust. Minus 25 degree feels like temp is nothing to play around with, so be sure to hit them up. Now, back to the Clarity deal, because again, I wanted to show you guys the location by point method real quick. For example, I talked about the rain-snow mixing issue in Lexington, Kentucky. We go to the hourly forecast and we click on it, and we go to the winter focus, and you can see what the pavement temperatures do tomorrow morning. They start to warm up 31, 32 degrees, where the pavement goes from being snow-covered down to being a melt snow or a wet setup in Lexington. A little bit further south into Stanford, Kentucky. All right, we look at that. There's your pavement, snow, wet, 32 degrees, hovering around that. As the air temperature's around 31 to 33, subsurface pavement's cold enough we're in the likely category to snow-covered roads here in our paved forecast. So regardless of the air temperature, pavement forecast here from Clarity is indicating we're still going to have issues there in Kentucky with a most likely outcome of an inch or two of snow. So something to certainly keep in mind there. I'm going to pause. This is our snow forecast map, the official one, if you will. I'm going to pause and take some questions on the first wave. All right. So if you have a couple questions, happy to take them. Let's see. Good morning, Michael. Snow flurries already here this morning. Yeah. Snow is coming down. Mm-hmm. And that's the thinny of it. Maybe I'll get a hat made that that says thinny on it. Is Muncie where'd it go? We love our friends at Custom. Oh, yeah. Is Muncie the cutoff? I see sharp cutoff, just didn't see how close. Let's look. Yeah, I mean, the current forecast for Clarity right now for Muncie with this is 1.6 inches. That could be on the higher side if I'm being honest, but it's definitely the cutoff. Indy to Bloomington travel Friday morning. Not good. Probably dangerous. I mean, probably tough. I wouldn't do it. Appreciate you guys. What are you thinking for Jackson, Bartholomew County area? Down in that area there, total snow. There's a most likely outcome. Bartholomew County, Jackson County, Columbus area, 4 inches, probably locally higher. Some of the models are locally a little bit more aggressive there. So certainly possible. Am I on the wrong? You're not seeing it. I'm on the wrong one. See, that's what I get for trying to double screen it here and be fancy. Here we go. There you go. Real quick, guys. We've been doing analysis like this all week long since Monday through Clarity, through this platform that you see. If you guys are interested in getting signed up for Clarity, I'll put the link here so you guys can not miss out on these live streams, because what I've done is essentially taken the live updates and I've migrated them over to the paid platform through Clarity. And I've committed to doing live updates the day of on these systems. So doing the pre-storm analysis and giving you multiple days out and kind of interacting with you, I've kind of gone away on. But if you want to get that, you can get it for as little as $100 a year by signing up for Clarity, and you get access to the platform I've been demoing for you, which, by the way, I'm going to show you the next round through Clarity. I'm going to show you what Clarity has for Saturday's wave. All right. So I put the link there. Be sure to check it out. I appreciate all the love and what everybody says about Clarity. It's fantastic. And we've had thousands and thousands of people come over. It's been crazy. So I appreciate you guys for that. Here's what I want to do. I want to go and talk about the next wave. And that's going to be coming in here Saturday. Okay. So this map that I'm pulling up on the screen is now, yes, Clarity Lives will cover Ohio. Yep. The snow bros have gone away. Yes, they have. That is no longer a thing. I'm putting an end to that. I just got tired of it. So you can catch me though in full form on the client lives through Clarity by signing up on the link. But here's the next wave. All right. And when I say full form, by the way, it's sometimes full form is, a bottle here. It just depends on what the mood is. But I'll get into the Chattanooga whiskey, which, by the way, we had our buddy from Chattanooga whiskey came by, and I mean, he hooked us up, honestly, real quick. He hooked us up. And I got one of these too. I was pretty excited about. It's this is a founder's bottle of Chattanooga whiskey. This is where they do certain blends. They did their Infinity, their 1816, their SB091. They blend their favorite barrels and they put them in a bottle. I got a Founder's bottle from Chattanooga. So anyways, sometimes I'll pour this when the weather's stressing me out, and that's probably more times than not. So yeah. Yeah, we do. We need the Bam barrel pick. That's yeah, we're talking about that. So all right, let's get back to the weather analysis. And again, this is the additional snowfall for Saturday. That wave looks to work in Saturday morning and work out throughout the day. We just got a clarity alert, regional ETA of snowfall arrival time. So if you have clarity, by the way, you just got this alert to your phone, like I have here, and you can see that alert I just got. I have an alert of my stocks are up, and I also got a clarity nowcast. But you can go over and look here at what that sends to every device. It's so cool because you go and click on it, and it's an alert from our human meteorologist, Matt Griffin, just sent this out on when the snow's going to arrive. So he's got it coming in Lafayette to Indy, down to just into Dearborn there, southwest of Cincinnati, between 8 to 10 p.m. tonight. So that's really cool. This is the arrival time of snow. I mean, there's no other application that does this, period. This is nothing. Nothing out there does it, no matter what app you subscribe to. A human meteorologist is not sending you nowcast information. So there's the Saturday wave. Let's time it out. I'll show it to you relatively quickly. All right, but this is 8, 9. There's 10 o'clock Saturday morning. Okay, state line, Indiana, Illinois, 11. Noon, it's coming down. Again, this is the second round on top of the first one that's coming through tonight. Second round. Okay, coming down pretty good here by 2, 3, 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock Saturday, this is a swath of snow. It's a good indication on our what we call our SKUTs, our soundings, our different data sets, that it's a nice saturated profile for moisture. It's very cold, so it's a fine, powdery, dry snow for sure. Hell, it's one of those snows you could probably blow off. But you see it coming through here and exiting probably by 6 to 7 p.m. southeastern Indiana, south of I-70. It's still snowing, but there's 7 p.m. at the end of the run here. Still coming down Saturday night, 7 o'clock across Columbus, Louisville, Cincinnati. But a nice swath of snows anticipated. This is our forecast that we sent out to Clarity clients. And this is the snow forecast for the second wave. And I love Matt said he's went a little aggressive with the Saturday wave, and just from the analysis that he's done and everything, it's a 4 to 6 inch forecast right now for Saturday. So certainly another fun wave to come through to add more snow. Now, the big thing here, here's the kicker, okay? The kicker is how freaking cold it's going to get Sunday morning on the backside of this. It is nasty, nasty cold. We'll go over here to the blend of models just to give you a good idea of just how cold it's going to be Sunday morning. But this is wind chills Sunday morning right now off the blend of models. And so that is minus 15 degrees. And so that's why I said, make sure you keep these guys at custom restoration, disaster, and recovery there in your keeping them in mind. If you have a pipe bust and it's freaking minus 15 out, those guys are going to be able to help you out and hook you up there. So anyways, nonetheless, it's really, really cold behind it. Okay. No question about it. So, let's see here. How about for Des Moines, Iowa? Yeah. How about it? Let's take a look here. With this first wave, here's your forecast. Just with this wave coming through. Okay. You're on that cutoff line. That's the forecast there out of Clarity. I mean, you're going to be flirting with an inch or so with the first wave, and then the second wave to come through. You're looking at a 1 to 2 inch snow out there in Des Moines in the second wave. All right, so that one's going to be a little bit better here further east, as you can see in that particular forecast. Look at that. It's really nice of you. Thank you so much for that. All right, guys. Well, again, make sure you head on over, check out the link to sign up for Clarity's in here. If we get we'll go back on later with a client live this evening as the snow's moving in with updated totals and then updated forecasts for tomorrow as well. For Saturday. We will go on and talk about that. Let's see if I have any new data in for Saturday. Doesn't look like I do yet, but let's see. It's coming down good on the new Canadian, I'll tell you that. We come over here. This is the new Canadian regional model coming in. Right now, this is Saturday. This is Saturday at 7 p.m. This is a bullseye of snow across the I-70 corridor Saturday evening on this latest run coming in. Looking at the sounding there, I mean, that is a classic heavy snow sounding, maybe even some conditional instability in there for some, half inch per hour snowfall rates. Doesn't get any better. Snowing at 21 degrees. That's going to be a good snow, a good hit out of this next wave. Again, this is the Canadian model, high resolution Canadian. That's what it's still snowing here, but you're already up to 4 inches on this round 2 here. So, yeah, I'll tell you right now, with that said, if you want to continue to get analysis for Saturday's storm, make sure you sign up for Clarity. This is the week 2 outlook right now. Odds of extreme warmth and above normal temperatures as we get into Christmas right now. There are some indications that possibly the pattern can come back for winter and snow late December into January, maybe closer to the new year. It's not over by any means. I think what we're experiencing now will come again. The dam will break. This cold will spill south. But right now, winter is going to depart a large portion of the United States leading up into Christmas. There's no doubt about it. I wouldn't be shocked to see 60s here on Christmas, and I'm serious. I mean, that could be how warm we're talking here. So it'll snow. It'll be covered. It'll be cold for about the next 5 to 6 days, and then winter's going to take a hiatus. So, yeah. Awesome. Well, appreciate y'all. We'll have more client updates on the lives here tomorrow or later this evening on the weekend wave. And so if you want to join us for the updates there, be sure to get on over to Clarity, sign up, click the link, join us. You get the app, you download the app, we send the notification to you. You join a private live with the chat function in it. So thank you all for watching, and it's good to chat with you. Have a great day. Enjoy the snow tonight. Drive safe.